Hey everybody, welcome back to another Destiny 2 Fashion Friday. Hope you guys liked the little PvP video I did last week for Friday. If not, I'm back for some fashion this week. Hopefully I can get some PvP stuff going during the week, but honestly it's just been so much fun just playing Destiny lately that I've had a hard time making content. But I'm back to make another fashion video because we've got some amazing sets that just dropped with Guardian games. I've actually bought 2 and used Bright Dust on 3. I usually have a lot more restraint in these sets. I usually have enough Bright Dust, honestly, to cover it, but I have not completed all my weekly challenges, actually, and I have not done those weekly bounties, like, at all for the past 2 seasons. So the Bright Dust is starting to hurt a little bit. I do want to just show off some of my favorite parts of these sets and why I actually decided to buy on all of them. There's not like 5 out of 5s on all of the Guardian game sets, but there's definitely a few pieces that I love the most. So I'm just gonna give you some sets of those with each of the classes today. I hope you enjoy it. First off, we got the Hunter, obviously here. Did a nice yellow and blue, of course, colored set. I wanted to use Omnioculus because that's like literally what I've been using every time I get on Hunter, really. Like that's the only time I usually do it is for the PvE stuff, so I've been just rocking that. The pole position is in the new shader this year for the Guardian games, and it adds such a nice yellow glow, so I really wanted to lean into that for this set. And I really like this heat shielded shader we've got recently as well in the Bright Dust shop. Been using that a little bit more. The yellow sets are, you know, living large lately. Pole position and heat shielded. I think those are 2 great ones if you're into yellow. Not a lot of people are probably, but yeah. I like this like industrial look, almost like the Omnioculus is like some kind of form of like PPE or like apparatus you use in some kind of machining or something. I don't know, I really like using Omni in this way where there's a clear thin silhouette and it kind of just looks like it's added on top of that. Let's move over to the next set though. You know, I had to give you guys a mostly black Hunter with the Stompies. I really like the arms and the helmet here. Specifically Terrachroma. You got this nice like faded glow instead of the normal pretty bright glow, and also kind of covers up this weird like middle glow that I don't really like. This is the shader that costs like $5 though, so not many people may have this. You can just use a pause symbolism on it as well, and you can get the kind of full glow look if you want to just match the rest of the set. I think that looks pretty cool still. I just really like the base shape of it more than this middle glow or that middle Vanguard decal. So Terrachroma does a really cool job of giving you more of just that basic shape. Let's move over to the Warlock to see some of my favorite pieces there. For the Warlock, I mainly wanted to get this set for this really nice helmet. I have had a little trouble getting it to shade mostly black with the purple glow, just the way that most purple glow shaders work. But I think Welded Brass does a pretty good job. You just kind of get this like metally texture, which it's not terrible, but I kind of just want it to have more of a matte black look with the glow. Really like the shape though. I'm sure I'll find some better shaders with different glows and just work those in. But this kind of purpley glow set is kind of what I first leaned into, just with the void stuff being so popular right now. Using those new blue robes as well, really liking that. These are really clean open front so you can see the boots. These boots are pretty subtle just because of how big the chest piece is on the set, but it's really cool. I mean, the subtlety is nice just because you do have that glow. It kind of brings a lot of focus to that glow. Really recommend Amethyst Veil on these if you're trying to get that all black with a purple glow look. And of course, you gotta have the robes shown off a little bit for this Warlock set. They're not my favorite, and they also have this kind of weird texture glitch where the texture is like really zoomed in on this upper torso part. I try to play into it actually here with this Envious Touch to kind of make it look like a puffy material, but you can definitely tell on some of the other textures that it's just really zoomed in here. I think most obvious is the animated ones like Seven Sisters. You can see where it's literally just the same thing, but like way too zoomed in. I think it's kind of funny, but you do have to keep that in mind, I guess. Just work around it like I did here. I would think they fix this eventually, but you know, like this, you can play into it. I think this adds an interesting like difference of texture between your top and bottom half if you really playing around it. Obviously use some Ophidian aspects here. I think that like a lot of people are using those. I didn't quite realize how popular those were until that TWAB detailing everybody's exotics use came out. Yeah, I'm surprised they even got a buff for the AE stuff coming next season, in my opinion. So I will probably be wearing these even more than I have been as a Warlock. But yeah, that's all the sets I have for Warlock. Let's move over to the Titan. Alright, that's star of the show for the Titan. Definitely this helmet. Really nice helmet. It is very slim, very small, which is probably a plus in most sets. I tried to pair it here with Helmo or Heart of Inmost Light though, and it's kind of a bulky chest piece, so I really had to play down the thickness and work around that silhouette. I really like these 7 Seraph Greaves or the Ornament to do that. If you're looking for a suggestion, if you have a really bulky chest piece and you want to use a slim waisted mark like this Survival of the Strong mark is from the same set, you can tell it's just a really thin band around the waist. That really makes it tough to transition from your chest to your legs unless you're doing a very similar silhouette style, and it can make your Titan's leg look really thin just because a lot of the legs are balanced around the midsection here being bulked up by these marks. So yeah, I find it an extra challenge on Titan, especially whenever you're using a thin mark, but these really glowy marks are my favorite, and they are all so thin, so I end up using these a lot. It's just a little tip. I went gross green on this set. You could definitely go into maybe a little more appealing look, but I wanted to make a set with Gambit Jadestone somewhere in this video, and I actually really wanted to point out this Venomous shader. It's a pretty new one. It gives you that kind of like plague like black into the green fade there on the front of this mark. Is very cool. So kind of knocked two birds in one stone there with the showed off Gambit Jadestone and Venomous, a little bit underrated shader Venomous, and a very overused shader Gambit Jadestone. Very interesting set. I can throw on just a different shader here so you can quickly see. It's a pretty nice silhouette, and I would definitely recommend the Titan set pretty much just for the helm. The mark is a bonus, and we'll try to use some of the other pieces in this next set. All right, last set of the video, Titan. You know how to do the Loreley Splendor. It's what every Titan's using. Enjoying it while it lasts. It's already been confirmed this thing is losing its entire damage buff next season. I'm thinking this is going to come with Solar 3.0. It's my biggest evidence for me that Solar is going to come up next instead of Arc. The fact they confirmed that in the TWAB makes me even more confident now. When they just failed to mention it before, I was interested to see if that was going to be the case. I personally think they're going to give it back the burn damage. A Sunspot next to a Rift is an extremely strong combo, as is, in my opinion. Giving it healing as well, like a Rift, I think it'll be a pretty strong exotic. I think you'll get a keep your ability regen too. So I mean, honestly, I think that'll be enough. But I don't want to get too much into that. This is the fashion video. We're showing off the chest and the legs here of the Survival of the Strong set. I really like how these flow together, and I love the vaults mark here, how it kind of continues that glow, kind of falling off the chest piece onto the stomach and then off into the mark. I think it's a nice kind of expansion of that light from the stomach to the mark there, and I think it looks really nice. Using the pole position again, I think it does a really good job of matching that Lorelei flame, and I really like this set. I think you could play around the legs a little bit here, but I did want to shout the legs. I think they're pretty sleek, and the glow there at the bottom is really nice, honestly. Once again, using that terrachroma to kind of make it a little more of a subtle glow, kind of more movement to the glow than normal, but I really like it on there, and I like it a lot on a lot of these pieces. Do I think it's worth the $5? That's up to you. I think it is a really amazing shader. I do like the blue and the red in there, and it gets a lot of pieces pretty dark and matte black, so I'm not even too sure you can still get it, honestly, but I thought it was worth it, and you've seen it on a couple pieces now, so that will be doing it for the video, though. Hope you guys have had a little bit of inspiration, I guess, or a little more of a inclination if you want to buy these sets. I think they are all really, really cool. I'm a sucker for these big glowy sets. Honestly, that and looking like a wandering like nomad warrior kind of is my weakness. So Guardian games is usually the one I'm really struggling not to buy, and yeah, this year proved to be true as well. Let me know if you guys bought any in the comments down below, or if you want to show me some sets, join the Discord. I'll have a link in the description, and you can just click it, join, and post your sets in the sets channel. I try to comment on pretty much anything that's posted there if you just wanted to chat, and yeah, I don't mind a few more peeps in the channel at all. I think it'd be great to have you. I hope you guys have a good rest of the week in Destiny. Go Warlocks. I hope we win this year, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.